Hi, this is Don McAllister and welcome to another edition of Screencasts Online. If you're a long-time Apple user, you may well remember the old Apple Wi-Fi access points, namely the AirPort Express and the AirPort Extreme. These Apple devices were discontinued back in 2018 when Apple closed down their wireless router division and pulled out of this market, leaving Apple users high and dry when it came to selecting Wi-Fi base stations. I did carry on using them for a little while, but eventually had to replace my Apple AirPort setup for a Linksys Velop mesh system. The only other possibility was the Eero system, but unfortunately it wasn't available in the UK at the time. Now, over the years, I've become more and more frustrated with the Linksys system, as it was proving unreliable and the software to manage the system was very basic, providing minimal functionality. After having a moan about the Linksys in the weekly newsletter, a Screencast Online member pointed me in the direction of a new device from Ubiquiti called the UniFi Express. The UnFi Express is a cloud gateway and Wi-Fi 6 access point that runs UniFi OS and UniFi network. I've since adopted the UniFi Express and replaced completely my Linksys system, and I'm delighted with the performance and functionality. So this week I'm going to show you the UniFi Express and show you how I set it up in my home network. So I've come across to UI.com, actually on the English site at the moment, the UK site. The UniFi is a brand name, but the actual company is called Ubiquiti, and they are a serious provider of network solutions. They've got some industrial strength boxes. They, as you can see across the top, cloud gateways, Wi-Fi switching, cameras, door access, various integrations. It's well worth having a look at the website to see some of the really cool stuff they've got. But to have a look at the UniFi Express, I'm going to go across to the store. So on this page, we've got several quite large machines here for industrial use, really for commercial use. But if we scroll down, you'll see down here we have the UniFi Express, an impressively compact UniFi cloud gateway and Wi-Fi 6 access point that runs UniFi network, which powers an entire network. But you'll see here it's £103 plus VAT. Extremely cheap for what it does, because it's not just a Wi-Fi access point. There's a ton more features built into it, lots of security and firewall functionality as well, which we'll have a look later. Let's go ahead and say learn more. Okay, some information about it. As well as powering an entire network, you can use it as a gateway to power a full network. You can actually also, if you have a UniFi network, act this as an access point. So you'll see here built-in Wi-Fi 6, 140 square meters for a single unit coverage. That will depend on the type of house that you have. I mean, here in the UK, we have brick-built houses, so the coverage isn't as good as that. Up to 50 connected Wi-Fi devices. It has 2 ports. We'll look at the configuration in a short while, but it has a WAN port to connect to your internet router and also a LAN port to extend your network. There's a small status display on the front. It shows you the number of clients when it's acting as a gateway, or if you're using a UniFi Express as a meshed access point, it will show you the signal strength on that. But again, we'll look at that later. Manages up to 4 additional UniFi network devices when operated as a gateway, and it has UniFi Network 8.0.7 and later. If we just look down here, it's currently out of stock in the UK store, although they do get them in quite often, and you can subscribe to get the back in stock emails. If you're in the EU, you can get it fine. It just comes with a different power adapter. So in the box, very simple. You get the UniFi Express itself, you get a power connector, and you get an Ethernet cable. If we have a look at the build features, this gives you a bit more information. So you'll see on this front, this small mini LCD display. At the back, we have the 2 ports, both gigabit ports. So we've got a WAN port, which we connect to our internet router, and then we have a LAN port, which allows you to connect to the rest of your network to it. A USB-C power input, and then also a reset button. You'll see it's very small. It's only about, it's just under 4 inches square. In fact, it's very, very similar in size to the old Apple AirPort Express. That's just a quick preview of one of this week's Apple-related tutorials from Screencasts Online. Screencasts Online is your premium source of Apple-related video tutorials. All of our members get access to brand new, up-to-date tutorials each week, as well as unlimited access to our entire video archive full of Mac and iOS-related tutorials. You
can stream and download all of our videos on your Mac, iPad and iPhone, and even your Apple TV using the members-only Screencasts Online Apple TV app. Membership also includes a complimentary subscription to the digital Screencasts Online monthly magazine, published each month and packed with videos, articles, reviews, as well as hints and tips covering all aspects of the Mac, iPad, iPhone, and all of the other fantastic Apple products. So, if you're ready to start getting the most out of your Apple devices, visit screencastsonline.com today and become a Screencasts Online member.